Live from Dar es Salaam, this is TBC News, our top stories. New impetus and will to promote Kiswahili language. New technology to beef up Tazama pipeline security. Good evening, I am Nasa Kingu. Just a reminder, you can also watch us live anywhere, anytime via our YouTube channel, TBConline. President of Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, directs Tanzanian embassies worldwide to establish Swahili culture centers to promote Kiswahili language and culture. President Dr. Samia also congratulated Tanzanian embassies in South Korea, Cuba, Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, France, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, and Sudan for establishing the centers. Abasia Ringo has more details.
President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, gave the directive on behalf of the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan. Dr. Mwinyi represented her at the climax of the World Kiswahili Day celebration held in the Urban West region in Zanzibar, insisting that Kiswahili is the first language in Africa to be given international recognition by being designated a day to be celebrated internationally. I would like to thank the South Korean government for starting the training of Swahili culture, which involves various things such as clothing, food, and language. Due to their creativity, this embassy deserves praise for doing better, and it is the duty of others to learn from their success. They have been able to make good use of the opportunity to spread Kiswahili and its culture, so all our embassies should see the need to establish centers for the Kiswahili language and its culture with the aim of promoting and spreading this language outside our country. President Dr. Mwinyi commenced the efforts of the Tanzanian embassy in South Korea by establishing a Swahili cultural center that exhibits Swahili culture including foods, dances, clothing, and the Kiswahili language, and he calls on other ambassadors to emulate the step to spread Kiswahili language and culture across the globe. I call upon our Kiswahili language experts to use this opportunity to meet the demand for books and teachers of the Kiswahili language in various countries around the world. I congratulate all our Tanzanian embassies abroad that have opened Swahili teaching centers, including those in South Korea, Italy, the United Arab Emirates, Holland, Zimbabwe, France, Cuba, Nigeria, and Sudan. Dr. Mwinyi adds that he is optimistic that Swahili language will open more job opportunities for the locals in the country and abroad.
Kufanyika kwa sherehe hizi ni njia moja ya kutoa hamasa.
Holding these ceremonies is a way of motivating the spread of Kiswahili around the world. We are responsible for ensuring that these celebrations continue because they strengthen and encourage the use of Kiswahili. I congratulate the councils and institutions that manage and develop Kiswahili in this country and join our embassies in efforts to develop and promote the Kiswahili language. The climax of the World Kiswahili Day celebrations carries the slogan, "Our Kiswahili, our unity."
On the same note, the Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation, TBC, says it is ready to cooperate with the China Media Group, CMG, to form an association of media companies that broadcast in Kiswahili language. The formulation of the association will target to promote the Kiswahili language across the globe. Here is a report prepared by Hussein Shafi, read by Abasia Ringo.
It is the visit of the director of the China Media Group, Kenya branch Du Shengfang, nicknamed Zahra in Kiswahili, accompanied by his editor-in-chief, Ronald Mutie, at the Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation, TBC. Here at TBC, they are received by their host, Director General of TBC, Dr. Ayub Rioba.
Karibu. Ni mara yako ya kwanza kuwa TBC?
Hii ni mara yangu ya tatu.
Mara ya tatu. Sawa.
Ndio.
Kumbe wewe sio mgeni.
Si mimi si mgeni.
Na hata maji hatutakupa.
Na lugha ya Kiswahili kama ni lugha yangu ya tatu.
Aha.
Ya kwanza ndio ni lugha ya mama, ya nyumbani kabisa nilikozaliwa.
Kiswahili language is the key issue that has brought these great thinkers together.
Nilipokuwa msichana mdogo wa chuo kikuu, nikatumwa na serikali ya China kuja Zanzibar.
When I was in college, I was sent by the Chinese government to Zanzibar to learn the Kiswahili language. At that time, I met the Minister of Culture and Arts, Zahara, with whom we came together, and our teacher gave me the same name.
Umoja wa vyombo vya habari vya Kiswahili. Yaani ni muhimu sana jambo hili kwa sababu
the unity of the Kiswahili media is very important because it will help not only to promote the Kiswahili language, but also to promote the organization of programs in the language and facilitate the exchange of programs.
na kubadilishana vipindi.
Zahra comes with a special recommendation of formulation of an association of media companies that broadcast in Kiswahili language and has chosen TBC to be the first to visit because of the good work it does in promoting Kiswahili.
TBC ndio inafanya kazi kubwa zaidi katika kukuza lugha.
TBC is doing a great job promoting the Kiswahili language. We prefer to work with you to create this unity together. I will also go to Kenya and Uganda. TBC Director General Dr. Ayub Rioba says the idea is exemplary and that TBC is ready for such collaboration.
Nimshukuru sana kusema kweli Zahara kwa
I am grateful to Zahara for coming up with this idea of having a collaboration with the media that uses the Kiswahili language. Tanzania is the country with the most media that use this language. I really liked this idea and my colleagues and I are ready to have this cooperation with the aim of promoting Kiswahili. Promoting Kiswahili means promoting our culture through our media. Also, I believe that through the China Media Group, the use of Kiswahili will increase. TBC has opened the door to accomplish the plan to promote the Kiswahili language while the world is celebrating Kiswahili Language Day today.
Tanzania and Zambia have agreed to introduce drones and optic fibers technologies to monitor and beef up security along the Tazama pipelines. Here is a report prepared by Malia Cheto, read by Apasia Ringo.
Speaking to the journalists in Dar es Salaam after a meeting involving Tanzania and Zambia Committee of Ministers responsible for the Tazama pipeline issues, the Tanzanian Minister of Energy, January Makamba, and the Zambia Defense Minister, Ambrose Lufuma, say they have agreed to use the new technology to secure the pipelines of any unlawful act.
Makubaliano ambayo tumeyapitia leo.
The agreement which we have reached today will enhance the surface of the Tazama pipeline. Police will be added in the pipeline. Infrastructure like camp and the police post will be increased in the area. The use of new technology like drone and optical fiber will also be increased, as well as the involvement of communities.
To upgrade the capacity by ensuring that the whole line is installed with 12 inches pipeline, and that in the short term should be able to provide Zambia with the necessary gas oil that it requires. Of course, in 2 or 3 years' time or so, it might not be enough. But for the immediate challenge, we are proposing to actually upgrade the pipeline to 12 inches. And that will be done as quickly as possible.
They have also agreed that the police forces of both countries to camp along the pipeline and involve communities to secure the pipeline from any act of vandalism and theft. They have furthermore agreed to increase the pipeline capacity due to the growing demand of diesel in Zambia and the Great Lakes zone.
Air Tanzania, for the first time, has launched cargo flights from Dar es Salaam to Dubai today. The flights target to reduce transportation challenges for the business community in Tanzania and abroad to transport their products more conveniently and at low cost. Here is a report by Emmanuel Samuel.
Speaking in Dar es Salaam during the launch of the cargo flight, the ground service manager of the Air Tanzania, Edward Mkwabi, says the introduction of the flight from Dar es Salaam to Dubai is an opportunity for the Tanzanian traders and the other stakeholders of agriculture and meat products to export their goods conveniently from their motherlands to other destinations around the world.
It's a big opportunity for business people to make sure that they utilize this resource that the government have put a lot of effort to ensure that we open up the market for Tanzanian products. As you are aware, most of the Tanzanian products which we are just moving from other destinations, they are being branded from the particular destination which are being uplifted as a point of exit.
He adds that there are enough staff members who will be providing needed services to ensure that the Tanzanian products are exported directly to other destinations.
Since that this aircraft is on ground, Air Tanzania with other key stakeholders will play a very big role to ensure that we market these products, the Tanzanian local products, abroad. Because now the aircraft is on ground, we have our teams abroad which will be selling and promoting to ensure that all the Tanzanian products are being exported directly from Tanzania to those final destinations.
The cargo operations manager from Pro Cargo Tanzania Limited, George Magoti, comments on the Air Tanzanian cargo operations from Dar es Salaam to Dubai.
Most of the aircraft, they are taking small shipments like 10 tons or 6 tons because they are connecting with the passenger aircraft. But for this special cargo, for cargo aircraft only, you can take more than that tons. You can take up to 30 tons or 20 to 50 tons as the capacity of the aircraft. So it depends what is the commodity and where is the destination.
This new Boeing 767 cargo aircraft has arrived in the country on 3rd of June 2023 and has now officially started the operations from Dar es Salaam to Dubai with the capacity to carry 54 tons of cargo. Emmanuel Samuel, TBC News.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel Samuel, who was there to eyewitness the launch of the maiden cargo flight to Dubai. The Minister of Education, Science and Technology, Professor Adolf Mkenda, says the government, through the Minister of Education, will continue to cooperate with the Indian government to train Tanzanian students to acquire skills that will benefit the nation in various fields, especially in the health sector. Apasia Ringo has more details.
The minister made the affirmation during the visit of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of India, Dr. Subramaniam Jaishankar, who has visited the India-Tanzania Center of Excellence in ICT, located at the Dar es Salaam Institute of Technology, DIT.
Tumaini yetu kwamba tutaongeza ushirikiano kati ya Tanzania na India.
It is our hope that we will increase cooperation between Tanzania and India, especially in engineering and IT issues, and by exchanging students and instructors, especially sending students to India, which will be accompanied by scholarships for people to study in India. India is the largest democratic country in the world in terms of population. It has been an economic powerhouse by investing in education, science, and technology. We must learn from them so that our country can become an economic powerhouse in Africa and later catch up with our colleagues around the world. On the other hand, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of India, Dr. Subramaniam Jaishankar, says that through the Center of Excellence, Tanzania and India will continue to produce IT professionals, especially in the health sector.
I can see that the centerpiece of that collaboration is the Param supercomputer. I was very impressed by the diversity of its users and the fact that you've had 11,000 students using it is itself a statement of both its relevance as well as the commitment in the DIT to put it to good use.
The India-Tanzania Center of Excellence in ICT was established in 2009 following Memorandum of Understanding signed in 2004 between the two countries.
But to curb the global warming challenges, the University of Dar es Salaam has innovated an electric car with a maximum speed of 90 kilometers per hour. Among other things, the car is said to be cost-effective. Our reporter, Faithan Gaga, spoke to Dr. Zainab Katima, an engineer at the College of Engineering and Technology from the University of Dar es Salaam. And she started by asking what moved the university to come up with an innovation.
So this is one of an invention that came up from one of our stakeholders who wanted an electric car. He wanted two, actually. So, but before starting with two, we started with one. So he had his idea in his head, and we developed the technology. So this is what we came up with. This car has the speed range, the range is 100 to 120 kilometers if you charge it at a full charge. So that is 8 units, so which is an electricity of like 3,000 Tanzanian shillings. And its speed is 90 kilometers per hour. That's the maximum speed it can go. Way forward, we want to make one that is like more than that. So because 120 kilometers is up to Chalinze, but people want to go to Morogoro and without charging. So we are thinking also of that. So this is our invention at the University of Dar es Salaam. Yeah.
So what more is needed, for instance, to make this go farther, for instance, because this is the prototype. Yeah, so what more is needed? Maybe do you need investment or?
Yes, we do need investment. So our client gave us an amount of money to think about the idea and put it into development. And so for now, yes, we need funds to make other inventions, because you can't make an invention without funds. And it's not easy if you have a fixed amount. You have to have a range where you can have different alternative things to put in the car. And yeah, so we do need funding, yeah.
Thank you very much, Faida Ngaga. Looking forward to see such an innovation on the roads of Dar es Salaam or anywhere across Tanzania. TanTrade Director General Latifa Mohammed says TanTrade has earlier today decided to extend the Sarasaba trade fair hours by 2 more hours to allow as many Tanzanians as possible to visit the fair, following an increased number of visitors coming to the fair, which will be going on till July 13th. Our reporter Rehema Sababili has been attending the Sarasaba International Trade Fair and has prepared the following report.
It is a Sarasaba Day where Tanzanians and foreigners have flocked to the Sarasaba grounds in huge numbers to take advantage of numerous business and investment opportunities.
I'm impressed with everything that I've seen. Such a big place, and what I love most is how the people have come out to support their industry. It has really impressed me. I think Tanzanians really love their country. It's a show. This is what I'll take home.
Some traders exhibiting their products at the fair express their desire to see an increase in the sales of their goods and services.
Today has been interesting. Since we started, today is the only day we've seen a lot of people. But they are not buying. People are in, a lot of people have really come. It's beautiful, but they are not here. They are not buying. That's the problem. So we pray and we are wishing that all of you at home, we have beautiful things, beautiful clothing. We brought all the way from Ghana for you people.
Today is Sarasaba Day and I can see everybody is happy. A lot of people, parents have brought their children, they are enjoying, seeing nice things, buying good food, perfume. Business today is a little bit slow for us, but for other things, I think it is okay.
Business has not very been bad, not very well, just 50-50. Yeah, because people are coming for their first time, others, maybe by the time we close, they will come and buy. Yes, they are coming, they are looking at our products, they are happy with it, others are satisfying because they have ever been with it, they have ever bought it.
TanTrade Director General Latifa Mohammed makes a decision to prolong the exhibition's runtime to enable Tanzanians to conduct their business activities.
We have more than 23 doors. So today we open all of the doors and we direct all people to go through that doors to avoid crisis. So I'm calling upon all citizens, Tanzanians who are there at home watching us to come and visit Sarasaba. Also today, the trade fair will be open and closed until 10 p.m. at night. So
the Sarasaba International Trade Fair is expected to end on July 13. Reporting from the Sarasaba grounds, Rehema Sababili, TBC News.
Thank you very much, Rehema Sababili. Preparations for Nane Day, which is the day to celebrate the important contribution of farmers to the national economy, are underway in Morogoro region. The fair, which will be held at Mwalimu Julius Nyerere Stadium, will involve 4 regions of Dar es Salaam, Pwani, Tanga and Morogoro, which form the Eastern Zone. Here is a report prepared by Remy Yasinti, read by Apasia Ringo.
The preparations for the Nane Day 2023 have officially begun after various institutions and organizations beginning to grow crops using new agricultural technologies. Every year on August 8th, all the farmers in the country come together with other Tanzanians to celebrate the Nane Day. In the East region, which brings together farmers from the 4 regions of Dar es Salaam, Pwani, Tanga and Morogoro, preparations have already started.
Tumejipanga kuhakikisha kwamba michango yote inayohitajika kwa
We have planned to ensure that all the donations needed to make this exercise a success are received before the 25th of July to ensure that all councils that have debts are responsible for paying donations. We are doing this to ensure that our region becomes an example, and we are preparing our activities with money in hand. Therefore, if the council support us, I believe this year's exhibition will be more diverse. I continue to appeal to the people in general, meaning within all the districts of the 4 regions, to continue to come in large numbers. Come and learn and take what they have learned here and show it to the council for improving agriculture and business. Speaking on behalf of the Morogoro Regional Commissioner, who is also the chairman of the organizing committee of the fair, Dr. Julius Ningu, who is the Ulanga District Commissioner, assures all visitors of their safety during the Farmers Exhibition Week.
Kwanza kutakuwa na usalama wa hali ya juu katika nyanja zote nje na ndani ya maeneo ya maonesho.
There will be high security in all aspects, both inside and outside the exhibition grounds. Admission for children will be free. The goal is that in the coming years, these children will be able to live these experiences and realize that agriculture has a great contribution to our nation's economy.
Now, before we wind up our local news tonight, let us now take a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Time now for all the latest in international news. Here is international news as compiled by Ramadhan Mpenda and read by Apasia Ringo.
Azimio la Umoja, one Kenya party leader in Kenya, Raila Odinga, has vowed to marshal up over 10 million signatures to kickstart what he terms as a revolution against President William Ruto's government. Odinga was speaking at the Kamukunji grounds in Nairobi, where he convened a protest rally to unveil what he previously termed as a program of nationwide civil disobedience to force the Kenya Kwanza regime home. The opposition leader, however, only made a brief address at Kamukunji before asking his supporters to march to Central Park in the Nairobi CBD, despite a police warning that the city center would be a no-go zone for the demonstrators. According to the Azimio leader claims, the mass signature collection will signal the withdrawal of the sovereignty from the current government and will be a part of an initiative to remove President Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua from office. Human Rights Watch HRW has urged Tunisia to stop its expulsion of sub-Saharan African migrants and for humanitarian services to be provided to those migrants currently languishing at the North African country's border with Libya. The International Human Rights Group made the statement after hundreds of migrants were rounded up from the coastal city of Fax and driven to Ben Guerdene at militarized Tunisia-Libya border zone earlier this week. The expulsion occurred after days of violence in the port city where one Tunisian was killed. Locals have complained about the migrants' behavior, while migrants say they have been subjected to racist attacks. HRW said the migrants expelled are from many African countries including Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Mali, Guinea, Chad, Sudan, and Senegal and include 29 children and 3 pregnant women. And Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi has said that he was planning to sign a security agreement with South Africa as militias continue to occupy swaths of disordered eastern Congo. In a news conference with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa in the capital Kinshasa, Tshisekedi explained that the accord could take the form of a mutual defense pact. President Ramaphosa, for his part, pledged to keep helping the DRC to fight insecurity and poverty.
And the idea that we should have a minerals commission which will assist all of us, particularly in SADC, to manage our minerals correctly so that they are not plundered by those from outside our region and continent, so that we establish policies so that we are able to attract investments.
Armed groups have overwhelmed much of the eastern DRC for 3 decades, a legacy of regional wars that flared in the 1990s and early 2000s.
Was international news. The sports news up next. Sports news. Karate national team coach and players say they have started an intense preparation targeting to bring medals and trophies from the African Lake Zone competition as they did in the last tournament.
Players are well prepared and they are continuing to do well in the exercise day to day. As we have started yesterday, we see they have a good spirit, and we are sure we are going to do the best at Congo. We're sure we are going to bring a lot of medals, gold and silver. I don't expect to bring bronze. So we are looking ahead to do wonders there, as usual, because I trust the Tanzanian players are best across East African and Lake Zone countries.
We can. Everything is possible if we have good preparation. We can, and we are going to bring the medals, the gold medals, not the silver. We want gold medals.
Tanzania Karate national team started camping yesterday in Dar es Salaam to prepare for the African Lake Zone Karate competition to be held in Congo from 17th of July 2023, and they hope to bring medals and trophies as they did in the last tournament in 2021. The Dar es Salaam Cycling Association General Secretary Mbaraka Mbwambo urges cyclists to register on time so as to facilitate logistics of the Dar es Salaam Cycling Championship competition. Speaking to TBC News in Dar es Salaam, the General Secretary insists that the competition will also boost the revenues of other sectors.
This game is prospected to get those professional riders so that they can compete in the National Cycling Championship that will be held in the 29th of July. So my concern is to invite all cyclists around the Dar es Salaam area, around the Dar es Salaam region, to come and play in this game so that they can see how they are fit enough to be competitive in the national-wise or in the national game that will be held on the 29th of July. Held in this championship in Dar es Salaam, but making it to be done in Kisarawe area is the one of the way to improve, facilities of making tourism in Dar es Salaam area and also in Tanzania wisely.
And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Nasa Kingo. Good night.